Yeah. This goes out to my warriors.
Here live at my man Chris Adonis' store, Signature Sports in Glen Burnie. And again, as always, I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm overwhelmed because I've met legends in this past several months, but of course that's overly used, especially when it's not describing this man. We're talking about, okay, let's say you are one of the greatest of all time because you may have been a world champion 12 times in a row. But can anybody right now, to this day, say that they have been the world's heavyweight champion for 12 years? Ladies and gentlemen, the longest reigning world's heavyweight champion of all time, the living legend, Mr. Bruno Sammartino. Mr. Sammartino.
Well, thank you, Dr. D.
It is a pleasure. Oh man, it is such an honor. You know, let me just ask you this. You know, and I don't know how to even begin this question, but you know, this generation is so uneducated when it comes to pro wrestling. I mean, and the thing is, we still hear the names Luthez, we still hear Vern Gagne, we still hear Harley Race, but do you feel, and maybe I'm asking this the wrong way, but to me, as a fan of this sport for a long time, I don't hear the name Bruno Sammartino like I used to, and it's not mentioned like it should be. How would you address that, sir?
Well, let's face it, there's one main organization, and that's WWE.
Yes.
And it's no secret that I have expressed my feelings about what they've done to the business with the nudity, the vulgarity, the profanity, soap opera stuff, and most often the drugs, the steroids and all that. So I've been very outspoken because I always dreamed and hoped that some independent organization would get involved to where they would do something to really do legitimate testing to clean it. Because, like I said, I hate to see it. I think the last count there's been like 120 some wrestlers that have died. And of course, being outspoken about stuff like that, you make enemies out of people. So the McMahons and these people, of course, they don't appreciate me and what I have to say. And as a result, they hope that I just vanish and disappear. And that's why you won't hear my name from them.
So as far as, I guess the next question would be, as far as the Hall of Fame, I guess that's nowhere in the cards for you.
No, because it would be very hypocritical of me, because I stand against everything that they do, and to accept their Hall of Fame I think would be very hypocritical, because on one hand I'm so critical of them, and on the other hand I'm willing to go into their Hall of Fame. I just couldn't do that, and I will not do that.
Is there anyone in WWE that you, wrestler-wise, that you do see some kind of potential in, at least, or are you just totally anti-WWE?
I just don't watch, because after I did everything that I could to try to bring some changes, and it didn't work. Nobody listened, so I walked away. And I never watch it. I haven't watched it in 20 years, but I do know, for example, they have Kurt Angle. Let's face it, this guy's a genuine champion. He's an Olympic champion. So I'm not suggesting that there aren't some very talented people. It's just that I can't name them because I never watch it. I haven't watched it in over 20 years. So I don't even know who's who in that business anymore.
Well, let's go back to your day and some of your fondest moments, of course, with the Animal, George Steele, with Larry Zbyszko, even with the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and of course, we're not too far from the Baltimore Arena with superstar Billy Graham. What would you say, share some of your quick fondest moments of working with those names?
Well, Kowalski was always a top one. Don Leo Jonathan. We talk about guys like Big Bill Miller, I don't know if you remember those names.
Okay.
Gene Kiniski.
Right.
These were great matches I had. And I even wrestled not only tag team partners, but as an opponent with Bobo Brazil, who was a friend and was a guy I respected a lot, Argentino Rocca.
Yes.
We were tag team partners, but I also wrestled him. I wrestled guys like Calhoun. They all have I have fond memories with each one. There isn't one that I could say so much about the others. Calhoun, because I was the first guy to pick him up in the garden. So that was a tremendous thing for me, because to watch those people, they went absolutely crazy. Beating Rogers for the title, again, it was another awesome experience, the way the people were. And so then the hour-long matches with guys like Killer Kowalski or the Ivan Koloffs, or like I said, the Bill Mill Monsoon. I wrestled Monsoon one time for an hour 30 minutes non-stop. Pedro Morales and Shea Stadium went an hour 19 minutes non-stop. These are all great memories, you know, that I have. And unfortunately, you don't see those hour 30-minute matches today, because I think that they were memorable, and I think it took, if I may say so myself, it took some good conditioned athletes, and in those days we were natural. There was no chemicals. If there were anybody using chemicals, it was so rare that we didn't even know about it.
Right.
You know, and so that's what bothers me about today. It's so chemically induced that it's just all artificial, and it's sad.
Yeah. So last question. This is escaping me here. The last question I wanted to ask you is, with today's, we're wrapping it up. The last question I want to ask you is, you being the champion that you have been, of course I've only known you as being the longest reigning WWF champion of all time. What other titles have you held prior to that?
Well, I was Canadian champion back in 1960 to 62. Me and Dick the Bruiser were tag team champions throughout the Midwest. I was, me and Eduardo Carpentier won a tag team championship in Canada. Another time, me and Whipper Watson at one time were tag team champions. So there were a whole bunch of them, and you know what? I don't even know them all. I can't even remember all the titles. The most important, of course, was being 12 years champion. You know, they talk about some of these guys have held the title 7, 8, 10 times, and I don't know why people are impressed with that, because it means if you won it 10 times, you lost it 10 times. I held it 12 years, and obviously I lost it twice.
Yes.
You know, the first time and the second time, so that's not too bad for holding it for 12 years. And also headlining Madison Square Garden 211 times, which I personally, a little bragging, I don't think anybody will ever match that.
Yes. Well, Mr. Sammartino, for this split second in time, I would like to say God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for what you have meant to this sport. So, the story goes like this. Just as I'm leaving Coppin State University, my alma mater, I just decide to make a turn right to Benson Ave. And here's where it used to be. My love for the indies started right here. Good old MCW Bone Breakers. Yeah, I had a dream of wanting to make it. And, you know, didn't happen that way, I guess. But my other dream started just being a fan. So, right here, over here, is where MCW used to be. And old Bone Breakers. Don't know what it's become these days, but, you know, just thought I had to stop by and just show my appreciation for indie wrestling. Like this, I'm overwhelmed right now because I'm sitting next to the king of high flyers, the king of high spots, the legend, WWE Hall of Famer. And let me just add this, because we all know him as a former U.S. champ, former tag team champ, but when it comes to hardcore, when it comes to extreme, this is the very first ECW heavyweight champion, the legendary Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I mean, I'm tongue-tied right now. Mr. Snuka, it is a pleasure meeting you.
My pleasure. Brother, you're making my hands shake.
Oh, man. Thank you, sir. Let me just ask you, man, you know, first of all, what have you been up to lately? Of course, you're still affiliated with WWE, but you're doing a lot of things. You know, I'm hearing about your school. I'm hearing about your gym. You know, give us a little bit about that.
Well, brother, you know, we're just trying to put everything on the, you know,
Yes, sir.
our website and everything. You know, our school, anybody that wants to come and train, most welcome to come to it. You know, if that's what you want, if that's what your plan is, it's what's in your heart, come and try it out. You know, whatever you got to lose. Not with this one. Know why? Because it's all good. I love it.
Oh, man. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let me just give you a few questions, and I won't take up too much of your time, Mr. Snuka. First of all, you know, everybody knows that there's nothing will ever beat the 80s. The 80s when it comes to wrestling and when it comes to the superstars at that time. But can you compare the wrestling to your day to the wrestling now?
There's no comparison, number one. Number one, they don't have it up here. Number two, they ain't got it.
Nobody speaks it except for the legend, the one and only. Now, let me just ask you this, you know, everybody knows your nephew is The Rock, and everybody knows the People's Champ is definitely doing his thing in Hollywood, but of course he has gotten a little bit of heat, I guess, for what I hear about him not coming back in the WWE. Do you blame him for that? You know, because being in the ring and being the superstar that he is and you are, you know, it takes a lot of toll. So how do you respond to that?
You know what, brother? There's no toll. The Superfly doesn't have no toll. Everybody's got to take care of the responsibility themselves. I got nothing against you. That's why I love you. And you had this opportunity for me to sit down next to you. And you sitting down next to Superfly. You know what it is all about. You know, our peace and love. That's all it takes. Simple as that. And I love you people.
God bless you, Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Brother.
I tell you right now, it is very overwhelming. What are the chances to be coming out here and to be greeting this legend, this WWE Hall of Famer, who, and I will say this to Vince straight to him, he should have had a belt in WWE. It makes no sense that he is not ever been.
Whoa, wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. The Superfly, Jimmy Snuka doesn't need no belt. The only belt I got is you beautiful, wonderful people out there in this world. Peace.
I love you. Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Hit him up, jimmysnuka.com. He does have a MySpace as well. And if you want to try to go to his school, go to Florida, go to his school, man. The Superfly School, wrestling gym, everything, man. The legend right here on myspace.com/the Doctor Devastation and myspace.com/Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Stay tuned, folks, because we'll be right back because we're taking this thing up to another level.
You know what, brother?
Yes, sir.
You good, bro. Don't forget it.
And just to inform everybody, the following contest is a no disqualification match, and it is for the NWL Heavyweight Championship. And his opponent, the new NWL Heavyweight Champion, after winning his 30-man Battle Royal, he is Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott!
ladies and gentlemen, the story does go like this, and it continues here. PWS, Pro Wrestling Syndicate, Dr. D and the Firm, Wrestling Marks of Excellence Radio, Fox Sports Radio, 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia. And it is a pleasure to introduce a man that is definitely the man, and he is the man. What time is it? It is indeed Vader time. Big Van Vader, how are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing great.
I am so excited to meet you.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for asking. And you know what? After 29 years of professional wrestling, I'm still standing.
You are still standing.
I'm still here.
And you know what? After seeing you back on Raw last year and hearing the "You Still Got It" chant, one thing that I thought about, even in your run in WWE especially, is that for some reason they should have put the belt on you anyway. As with many titles that you've held, especially from Japan and IWGP New Japan to WCW, I won't ask why, but I know that in between Shawn Michaels' title reign, you should have at least held that WWE title.
You know what? That's nice of you to say. For the record, I've had 21 world titles on 4 continents in 29 years of professional wrestling. So I think I did okay, but you made reference to the WWE, and without question, the WWE is the finest wrestling company in the world, in the history of the world. So I have nothing bad to say, nothing but praise for Vince McMahon and that entire organization. So, you know, I just thank you for letting me say that.
No problem, no problem. Let me ask you this: how's your son doing right now down at WWE?
AKA Jake Carter.
Yeah.
You know what? He definitely, and I mean, ladies and gentlemen, he definitely took after his mama. That is a good-looking young man. Good-looking young man, and I think he has a bright future. Jesse White. You know, Jesse was a great athlete growing up, but we got him in the weight room early in speed, strength, and conditioning, and something that I did very well was coach my son. But he was a high school All-American football player and got recruited just about everywhere and accepted a scholarship to the University of Oklahoma. Was starting as a freshman, and that's tough to do in Oklahoma. And got hurt, and you know, things didn't go his way. But this is his time. This is his turn, and he's with the WWE training facility there in Tampa. He's developed a character in Jake Carter, and you know what? The kid not only looks good, he's becoming a very good wrestler. He's going to be much better than I ever thought about being. So, hope to be.
Oh wow!
And I look forward to watching his career and his progress. Thanks for asking. That's close to my heart, my son.
And ladies and gentlemen, the man. It is still Vader time, past, present, and future. Stay tuned, folks, because we'll talk to more of the legends. It is Vader time.
No. It should be standing on your laptop. Just load the picture up. I mean, your laptop has to have a picture of it. It's not.
Michelle. Good. I'm glad you're well. I'm really glad you're well.
I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you forever.
Well, since Raw.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting on you. He told me about the show. I'm not here.
With the guys at Big Time. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos with them before when they were in Maryland.
He's already gone?
Yeah. Not the first time I met him, but it was real cool. Yeah. Like, I had to work with him. Potomac Mill traffic is always slow. Always.
Come on, Vader!
definitely is good to be back here at Kaida Pro. I'm telling you, man, it's hot right now. Beautiful day to be here to support the indies. Definitely, we're talking about humble beginnings, and what better person to talk about humble beginnings, being back in humble beginnings, than none other than the ECW original, the legendary Axl Rotten. Axl, I followed you, man, from the days of UIW, from the days of ECW, from the days of MCW, and man, you've been everywhere, man. You're like an unsung hero here. So tell me, man, what's been up with you, man? What's been up with you, man? You look great, and I meant to tell you.
Thank you, brother.
Exactly.
You know, this is what it's all about, man. Turn around and get a shot of that real quick.
Right.
Come on back here. See, I've been wrestling 20 years, man. I've been all over the world. I've been from London to Japan, Tokyo to New York City. I've been to arenas. I've done barbed wire matches, lit people on fire, been through tables. I've wrestled Sabu, Terry Funk, Shane Douglas, Taz, Paul Orndorff, the Dudley Boys, you name it. I've been in the ring with the legends of this business, the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair, talking about Terry Taylor, I'm talking about Johnny B. Bad, One Man Gang, Vader, you name it, the list goes on and on. And you know, it makes me feel good to be back here watching these guys bust their ass and do what they can in this business. I love the wrestling business. I mean, look at this. The scars are there from the ECW feuds with Ian Rotten. I'm talking about table matches, the world famous barbed wire baseball match, the tie death match.
Are you kidding me?
Fist of glass matches, the legendary stuff that won us the PWI feud of the year. We beat out guys like Ric Flair, Diesel, Razor Ramon, Nasty Boys. It was all about Axl and Ian Rotten in the hardcore ECW style.
Tell it.
And you know what? To this day, the reincarnation of ECW they have on TV now.
What is going on?
A pale comparison.
What is going on?
And it spits in the face of everything myself, Sabu, Terry Funk, Mick Foley have ever done, Sandman, Raven. I'll tell you what, it's an abomination to the ECW name. And I'll tell you right now, I'd in no way endorse the new ECW because it's nothing but a cheap ripoff.
I tell you,
it's worse than SmackDown.
Axl,
it's the worst show on television.
I don't know what was going on. What do you think happened this past Tuesday on ECW when Taz and Mike just suddenly walked out? I mean, it's bad enough you get rid of the voice of ECW and Joey Styles, and then you put Adam Lee on there and just to sabotage.
Mike Adam Lee was a scab that couldn't make it on NBC Sports because he's a terrible announcer. So they bring him to ECW, and like what Vince is trying to do is just get rid of all shades of the original ECW. They got rid of my partner Balls. They got rid of all the original guys. ECW.
Tommy's the only survivor there.
Yeah, but Tommy's been a WWE guy for the last 10 years, so he's not really, you know, an ECW guy.
Oh.
So the thing is simple. You know, they're trying to just get rid of it and let the people forget what we did and try to make it their own thing. And I think it's tough, man, because the fans should really know the history and the origin of what ECW is all about. It was all about a group of guys willing to get in the ring and beat each other to death for not a whole lot of money, but for the love of the business. And that's what these guys are doing right now. It's all about the love of the business. It has nothing to do with 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden. It has to do with the people you're entertaining here tonight. That's what ECW is all about. Giving it to the people.
All about. You heard it right then and there. It is a pleasure to be talking with you, man.
My pleasure always. I'm going to tell you this. Hit this man's page up. Check out what's going on in professional wrestling.
Exactly.
If you know what's going on with me, it's myspace.com/Axl Rotten. And I'm out.
End of story. Go. I finally get it. Kendra and the Skull. And I get them in a cage. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. I feel like hurting somebody tonight. I think I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to become World Heavyweight Champion for the first time in my career at ECW. Welcome home, Belt. Welcome home.
You better get up out the way.
your main event of the evening. It is a triple threat steel cage match for the ECW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challengers from Riot City, Maryland, weighing 183 pounds. He is the unholy enigma, Skull! From Kingston, Jamaica, weighing in at 400 pounds, Prodigy. Weighing 236 pounds, he is the ECW Heavyweight Champion, the Demon Vampire, Kendrick.
We go from the champ to the challenger. This may be his night, just like it was his night when he won the King of Maryland tournament.
There's no maybe. Tonight is my night. I promise you. I promise you.
The King of Maryland Prodigy is in the building. All right, you know what? I guess I'll have to miss that backstage interview because this is the one that I don't want to miss. It is now the Adrenaline Championship Wrestling Heavyweight title. Kindred versus Prodigy. Here we go.
I tell you, for Prodigy, this is just the culmination of 2 years of extremely hard work.
Absolutely.
To get to this point.
As many years as I've seen Prodigy, and now becoming the King of Maryland, this is a time for him to really capitalize and become the champ. Right now, I don't think Prodigy should be worried about the fans. I think he should be worried about going for that championship, Danny.
No, he needs to get that focus that I saw from him in the King of Maryland tournament. He was just so focused the entire time, and he cannot let this big, loud crowd take him out of his game and take him off all of the preparation he's done for this moment. He can't let that happen.
We've been waiting to see this one for a minute. Just the two of them this time, not the awesome cage match that we've seen with Kindred and Prodigy and Skull. Last year's King of Maryland, by the way.
And the man that Prodigy put away.
Exactly. Here we go. Fist of Fire by the Demon Vampire. We're expecting to see a lot of that power. And here we go. Prodigy, the big man. Oh!
Yeah, the thing about it for Prodigy is he cannot use the power advantage in this match. He's usually able to overpower his opponents. He is not going to have that luck with Kindred. Kindred can stand toe-to-toe with him. He might have 100 pounds on him, though.
Absolutely. The high flyer that Kindred is, the power man that Kindred can be. Here we go. Shoulder to the mid cage, to the rib cage, midsection that is.
One of those things.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just excited about this match. Waiting for months to see these two go at it. I tell you, this is something. I'm not sure if we even want to see this out of Kindred. Kindred, this is a different kind of opponent. Even though we've seen these two square off before. Sean, we're about to see classic Undertaker because Kindred does it like no other except Taker. We've never seen it done that way.
That's amazing balance and intestinal fortitude right there.
Here we go. Here's the cover. I think we need to see a little bit more offense from Kindred right now.
Yeah, I don't foresee this being a quick match. These guys have a lot of standing for big men.
Yeah.
And they both know what this match means. Probably the biggest match in these men's careers.
Tell you, the crowd here in Carroll County definitely are familiar with Kindred's abilities, especially as well as Prodigy PTV.
Yeah, not smart for Kindred to go to the well again.
Not the second time around, absolutely not.
Prodigy's too smart, he had it scouted. Kindred's going to have to vary his offense. Prodigy has had a long time to watch Kindred's dominant title reign. He knows what Kindred's strengths and weaknesses are, and you can bet.
Prodigy looks like he has a lot of time to capitalize. I don't know why he's not displaying a lot of tenacity and ruthlessness as he did when he became the King of Maryland.
Absolutely, I agree. I think that this crowd has gotten to him. He's just got to tune it out. Again, playing to the crowd. It's just
not a good idea.
And it's so not like Prodigy. He normally does not care. He's focused. Knows through his opponents. He is just tuning this crowd out.
Just trust me, if it was Skull, he would already been breaking his neck, breaking his leg, everything. That vicious streak that we've seen so much from the monster. It's like he feels that he can beat Kindred at any point in time. Great suplex by Prodigy.
I don't know.
We had some guest commentaries from the kids.
Yes.
Here we go. Prodigy splash. Right there. Here we go. Come on, ref. Now, we're looking at the heavyweight championship of ACW. Kindred, the champion. Prodigy, the King of Maryland, and the challenger, the #1 contender. I basically just almost want to just not talk and watch this whole match, Sean, because this has been one for the ages that we are waiting to see what could happen, who could win. I can't even tell you. Once upon a time, Prodigy was managed by the one and only King Kong, Marcus Dallins. Shout out to him wherever he is these days.
Maybe WWE.com will be aware of that now.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
You know, I have a really good dance for the Kindred Skates. That took all the win.
All the win. This shouldn't be the way to cover him.
You know what? Lateral press right there, he's the ACW champion. And he's got a busted mouth, too.
My goodness.
You can see Kindred's mouth bleeding.
Yeah.
That took everything out of it.
That took everything.
Again, why not capitalize? This has been a
I'm not used to seeing this out of Prodigy.
Can the top rope hold this? Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
And again, look at this. That's 400 pounds.
Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Unbelievable, Daryl.
This is awesome indeed. My goodness. Kindred is definitely keeping his eye out on retaining his title. Danny, this match is everything that we expected to be.
Absolutely. And I think we're right back where we started. Both men have had something taken out of them. Kindred obviously recovered with that extremely athletic move to pick him off the top rope.
Kindred looked like he had the upper hand there.
No.
Still looks like he does.
Oh,
choke slam! Kindred got to make the cover right now.
Yeah, I think he waited too long. Does hook the leg. Oh!
2 count. I can't even talk. I don't even know what's going to be the outcome of this. Kindred's wasting a lot of time himself. He got to stay on him. I know he's tired. I know he's trying to get his win back.
I'm pretty sure Prodigy just may have headbutted Kindred somewhere south of his belly button.
Yeah.
I don't think the ref saw it.
The referee needs to really be in there. Could have been a disqualification.
Questionable competitive advantage, but you take it as you get it.
Whip. Oh!
Now the
this is it.
He gone.
We're in trouble right now.
He gone.
What is set to happen right here? What is set to happen right here? The referee is down. Prodigy. He's trying to figure out what to do. What is he getting into right now? Kindred is trying to wake the ref up. What is Prodigy doing with the belt? He hasn't even won it yet, and he's about to do something with it, Danny. Look at this. Prodigy has just hit the champion with the belt, Sean. The referee was already knocked out inadvertently. Is this how he's going to win the title? it here. Kindred survives. Kindred survives this one. Tell you, this match just took everybody's energy right now. They just want to see who won. Who is going to win, I should say. Oh.
Kindred very smart to try to roll the ropes. I don't think he's quite made it over there.
Samoan drop.
Oh.
Kick out.
You saw Kindred try to roll far enough that he just had to put a leg on the bottom rope.
Oh my goodness, this is very, very exhilarating. Okay, this is indeed a chaos right now in Carroll County. At least we think so. Here we go. Another Samoa drop. Or Jamaican drop, I should say, out of Prodigy. Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and
he has done it!
ECW Heavyweight Champion, the King of Maryland, Prodigy.
We have heard it. Ladies and gentlemen, history has been made. What a journey. Finally. He is the champ. The reign, the era known as PTV is finally happened.
He's got a contingent, Daryl. Like, he's got a good cheering section over here.
Oh yeah. We would know what that is. We would know what that's about. There is the champ. Prodigy has finally done it. It is indeed a wrap. It may not have happened at the home of ECW in Millersville, but it happened right here in Carroll County. The King of Maryland, Prodigy. But just for this moment, little Prodigy, his son, all worth it. Believe it or not, he has earned it. Long overdue.
But I'm going to tell you what. Kindred, an impressive, I think, almost 18-month title reign.
Yes.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. This is not.
Good showing from him tonight. He'll regroup. He's going to have the rematch clause.
Yes. We're going to run this back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's intermission. We come back to his table with the ACW heavyweight champ, the new champ, the King of Maryland. Prodigy has done it. What a match. What a night. I'm telling you, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Danny. You two guys were awesome. ACW, BTW. This was a great card, and I pretty much enjoyed myself.
You're speechless.
Yeah, you can tell,
That's
right?
rare.
You can tell, right? Because the action was indeed awesome. Flex, I don't know where you was, sir. The champ, Mr. Flexy, and he knows it. There he goes. Flex. That's right, Flex. So I'm telling you, folks, this was indeed a night. Flex Armstrong retained his BTW title.
But the ACW champion was not so lucky.
There he is, and Prodigy, and he's over there, the new ACW champion. Wait a minute.
Flexy's got a photobomb here.
Do we have the BTW champ?
You do.
The ACW champ? Folks, I said this earlier. What if the big time wrestling champion, Flex Armstrong, goes up against the ACW champion?
Ooh. Could always use some more gold for my collection. There you have it. A man that already knows he's defeated.
Danny, Sean.
What a night.
Are we getting ready to book this one pretty soon?
Hey, I'd buy a ticket.
I'd pay the ticket.
Yup.
Two of the biggest guys in the building right here. One of them standing next to me, Prodigy right there. This is one of the biggest guys I've ever seen, this guy. I mean, this is the first time I had a chance to see him. one of the biggest guys ever laid eyes on this guy.
I'm speechless right now. Folks, adrenaline and big time, maybe joining forces one more time. See you soon.
The first ever ECW King of Maryland, the current reigning and defending ECW
former 1CW, PPW, XYZ, they've held it all in the indie circuit.
I love the camera loves me. Hey, where's the camera guy? This is my shirt for sale. Hey, get a picture. Hey. I'm a baby face.
And introducing team number 2.
Riot City is in the house. Which two of the three in Riot City? Is it Jason? Is it Matt? Is it Aaron? Let's see. It is Jason and Matt against Pretty Ugly. Number 1 contender for the ACW Tag Team title.
That sucks. Sorry.
Mikey D.
Oh, this is crazy.
This gauntlet match, number 1 contender spot. You never know who's going to be next. Pretty Ugly.
Basically, I'm waiting to hear music and waiting to see bodies, and I'm going to announce them over the microphone every so often.
Riot
more
City.
people coming out. Well, I did not call them that tonight. That is who they are, but oh boy.
Wait a minute.
Introducing team number 3.
Out of respect, I could understand.
Representing the not-so-secret service, Michael Land and Sydney Porter.
Two of Desert Storm's henchmen, if you will, are in this contest. This is kind of like a Royal Rumble of tag teams, if I had to compare it.
And this is going to be elimination, from what I understand. So the last team standing will be the number 1 contenders for the tag team championship.
Aaron Shadows, he's looking outside.
Standing on the outside, supporting his team. We got 6 guys in there now. This could get crazy. I actually don't know how many teams are involved in this. But from what we saw earlier, those tag team championships are high in demand.
And if you're the winners, I would be very, very careful. Who's next?
Introducing team number 4.
How about this?
Too bad TJ Sykes and Doyle Day, the world's best dance crew.
The newly crowned EWA champion TJ Sykes and Doyle Day.
A little crossover there, Doc. I like it.
That's why it's an indie showcase. I showcase all of it.
I love it. And look at this. We got so much action going on in the ring. It's hard to call it off.
Very hard to call it.
So much action. We want to thank Sean O from Big Time Wrestling for joining us here this evening. They got a big match tomorrow. Big Time Wrestling is performing, and Sean's going to make his way out.
Yes.
So
looking forward to seeing Big Time next week in Virginia.
And here we go.
The most unlikely tag team that we could ever imagine.
Prodigy, PTV, and the Demon Vampire, Heenan.
ECW champions last year. They tore the house down.
And there's a standoff right now. I think they're all standing off against Prodigy and Kindred.
These two enemies,
Look at
now, tag team partners.
They're fighting together. Will they coexist? Will they get along? But they're going to have to because they're fighting against 8 guys right now.
We saw it earlier. They were involved calling out the tag team champions in their own way.
Wow.
Did someone just get eliminated?
No, this is not over the top.
It's not over the top, okay.
This is pinfall or submission. No countouts. No disqualifications, I'm assuming this place.
How many more tag teams do we have here, or is this it?
I don't know, this might be it.
Oh, man.
This is crazy.
TJ Sykes is being super bad right now.
The action is a little too close for comfort right now. All of these guys are outside of the ring fighting each other.
Uh-oh.
Adam Ugly.
We know how Aerial Adam can go.
Could we see?
What is getting ready to happen here? What is getting ready to happen here? Adam! What a moonsault!
Adam Ugly just moonsaulted onto about 6 or 7 guys.
His infamous ugly moonsaults get uglier all the time.
That was absolutely insane. And look over here. Jason
Scythe
is going to the top rope. We know what happened last year at Chaos and Chaos.
Yes, we did. What is Jason intending to do? Shooting star out of Skype. Oh! What chaos indeed tonight.
That was absolutely crazy.
But wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Who's next? Is it Prodigy? Is it Kindred?
Oh, no.
Who's going over next?
Oh, no.
The Vampire!
Kindred on top of the pile.
Chaos in Carroll County.
The only one left standing is Prodigy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This has been insane so far. This can't happen.
Prodigy can't be next.
Can't happen.
Prodigy cannot be next. Oh.
That was a fake out. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen.
That would have been phenomenal.
Wow.
That would have been phenomenal.
There's all kinds of just destruction outside.
Bodies are laid out for sure.
Wait a minute.
What?
Pretty Jimmy Dream taking advantage of the situation.
Chop block to the knee. Tried a clothesline on Prodigy.
This is
not
insane.
being affected at all.
How can referee?
Wait a minute. Oh, man.
Oh, did he just hit him with the toilet seat?
The toilet seat. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. This could get ugly for Kindred and Prodigy. The ref is definitely out of position.
Like I said,
understandably so, because he cannot keep up with this contest.
Referee David Rep.
Who is the legal man? Oh, man!
No idea.
Super kick to his own partner.
How is there going to be any control? There may be dissension and Pretty Ugly after that. But Kindred.
Look at this. Choke slam.
There's Adam Ugly with the choke slam.
Here's the cover.
And Pretty Ugly is eliminated.
Pretty Ugly has been eliminated.
Pretty Ugly has been eliminated.
We're down to
4 teams?
4 teams.
There's still all kinds of action going on the outside. There was some miscommunications there between Pretty Ugly, and it was taken advantage of. Pretty Ugly is now out of this match.
Sipes been tossed out by Kindred.
So much over here on the outside of the ring, but there's action going on everywhere. Now Mr. Mayhem Matt Wild in the ring.
Here we go.
Wow, what a seated drop kick to Prodigy, and he goes out.
There you see Sidney Porter working on Kindred.
Sidney Porter, the former SWO champion.
Absolutely.
Bringing champions from all over the place. As you said, an independent showcase.
Here we go.
Look at this. Double
oh, wow,
kick.
what it? Look at this.
Each other. What happened
What a
now?
twist. Are they doing the kid and play? What's going on?
Oh,
Here's a Curry. Here's the cover.
That could have knocked Jason Scythe out.
Yes, it could.
If it wasn't for Matt Wild, I think that would have been another elimination right there. Who is going to survive this match? This is
Irish whip.
Hot shot over the top rope. Oh, wow.
What a leg drop by Jason Scythe. Doyle and Matt are taking it outside. 2 count.
After the shooting star press, Jason Scythe is still going strong.
Prodigy is laid out. He's trying to get back into this match.
Jason Scythe trying to pump up the crowd. About to hit TJ Sykes with something. Going up. No.
Oh, man. High knee by TJ.
Another kick to the face. Oh! That was a curb stop. And they've been eliminated. Mr. Matt Wild and Jason Scythe have been eliminated. What a showing.
Yeah. Not showing how the champ Skull feels about that.
I mean, again, so much action to go on. They gave enough of a showing, but they did not take it home. 3 teams remaining.
The Not So Secret Society.
You got Sidney Porter and
TJ.
Look in the ring. You got Doyle Day and Michael Lands going at it. Fighting back and forth.
Tell you, my camera can't even keep up with all this action.
And Prodigy and Kindred are taking a break over here. And it might be a good idea. Wait a second. Doyle Day going for the cover. 2 count only. Prodigy and Kindred might let these guys fight them out and pick up the scraps.
Oh, wow. What a back kick.
That might have put Doyle out.
Here's the cover.
No. A salute there to the Not So Secret Service. TJ Sykes back in the ring.
It has indeed been a chaos in this match, ladies and gentlemen.
And can you believe the prize for this match is you have to face the winners with Andy Weinberg? I mean, wait a minute. Go for a spear. No, a roll up. And it looks like, okay. The Not So Secret Service has been eliminated.
Oh, they have been eliminated.
That looked like a possible double roll up there, but it looks like Doyle Day got the better end of that.
And here comes the unlikely team of Prodigy and Kindred.
And they're going up against the world's best dance crew. Doyle Day and Too Bad TJ. Oh wow, TJ took a
Too
hard
bad
fall.
for TJ too.
Yeah, right. That came on cue. And now it's a double team. Like I said, no tags in this match. No countouts, no disqualification. Oh my
goodness. Mikey.
Welcome to Chop City tonight.
Yes.
These fans want blood. I mean, you know. They want it again. They're going to get it. Oh, wait a minute. They're just taking them from, they're taking them from pillar to post now.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Prodigy just chopping away.
Surprisingly, these two have worked well this whole match.
They really have. They actually came out and interfered in the end of the Tag Team Championship match earlier tonight. And they are still working well together.
More than likely, the tag team titles will be on the line at ACW Memorial Mayhem.
That's right, May 23rd at Mount Hebron High School in Ellicott City. Oh, shooting Kindred off. Double team maneuver, then Prodigy following in. Doyle is down.
TJ is in trouble, and so is Doyle. Cannot seem to get to his tag team partner.
That wasn't even a kick out. That was barely rolling the shoulder. I cannot believe Doyle is still in this.
Indeed. Barely.
But Prodigy and Kindred look like they're ready to go. They're up, they're moving. And now TJ's back in the fold.
One of these two teams will face the winners for the tag team title, more likely at ACW Memorial Mayhem.
What a matchup that's going to be when it does happen.
Yes.
New Day, you know, we have the New Day clapping chant going.
Yeah.
ropes. Look at that. Wow. Some dance maneuvers.
Stunner.
Double. Wow. And a double cover. 2 counts. And both men kick out. Prodigy and Kindred both kick out of the double stunner. Action is fast and furious and chaotic here at Chaos in Carroll County 3, Liberty High School, May 2nd, 2015.
Speaking of kid and play,
and now they're doing it. Clothesline on Prodigy. Wait a second. There was a little miscommunication there between Prodigy and Kindred, it looked like. And now, TJ and Doyle taking advantage of the situation.
Was that the chili sauce?
I think it was.
Oh my
Here's the
God.
cover. 2.
A la Morris Day in the time.
Wow. I am a huge fan of that. They look good while they're doing it. Wait a second, now Prodigy's got TJ. What's he gonna do with him here, Doc?
Does it look like a Samoan drop almost?
Wait a second. Oh no! That was a little bit low, but I don't think it matters.
Look at this.
There's a double team maneuver. Power bomb into it. Oh my God!
Neckbreaker power bomb.
What
this
the
is the
hell
cover.
was that?
Can you believe that?
How did Doyle kick out of that?
Mikey, that was incredible.
That was a slingshot power bomb into a net. Oh my God.
I'm speechless right now.
Whoever wins this match will get the tag team championship shot. But you gotta believe the other team is in line for a championship match at some point.
This is crazy.
Look at these guys. They are leaving it all out on the table here. Another Samoan drop position here for TJ. Prodigy's got him up, fighting away. Uh-oh. Oh my God. That's the super kick.
His kicks are tremendous.
And Prodigy's up on his feet. But TJ's not.
Kindred has TJ.
Look out. Into the barricade.
Out in the railing.
Prodigy's
out the
down
railway.
in the ring. Prodigy is still stunned by that super kick. How is Doyle standing?
Unbelievable.
Look at the look on his face. I think he's working on instinct right now.
Yes, he is.
He's going to try to put Prodigy away. Look at this.
Look at this. Oh my goodness. Monster.
That's
PTV. This is it.
That's it.
And now, the #1 contenders for the ECW Tag Team Championship. The Demons and Steel Kindred and Prodigy PTV.
Most unlikely tag team in ACW today.
Mr. Heenan, how are you, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really emotional right now to be meeting this man because of all that he's ever done, and watching the DVD that WWE had just put out, which I really think should not have been just a 2-disc but a 5-disc with so so much history that he has had. It is my honor to be talking with the legendary WWE Hall of Famer, the greatest manager of all time, Mr. Bobby the Brain Heenan, and of course his wife Cindy. How are you? How are you, Mrs. Heenan?
Very well, thank you.
I'm very, very, very excited to have met him, regardless of whatever kind of state that he's in. But it's just this moment in time for me to say thank you, Mr. Heenan, and thank you, Mrs. Heenan, for everything that you have done for managers, especially in professional wrestling. Tell us about the book that's out right now about Bobby's autobiography.
One is actually the second one is more about the philosophy of life, associating it with what he's been through, and representation of health and everything, and friends and family.
All right. I'm not going to keep him long because so many people want to meet him, but it's just an honor once again to say thank you to Mr. Heenan and thank you, Mrs. Heenan, for giving me that moment in time. This is the one and only Mr. and Mrs. Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Where's your wallet?
Where's his wallet?
Uh-oh.
That humor will never go out of style.
And to say, let's go. Who gon' call when your back against the wall and you got no time to stall? You need a warrior, hey, well I'm a warrior, warrior. Who gon' come when it's time to get it done and you got nowhere to run? You need a warrior, hey, well I'm a warrior, warrior. Nah, yeah, nah, yeah. Let's go. Nah.